Hello artists, how are you today? Stephanie Ani coming to you from the banks of the Trinity River here in Six Rivers National Forest near Willow Creek, California. Oz and I welcome you to the studio. We are so happy you are here with us today. We truly are. In today's edition of 30 times 3, we have Eggshell, asymmetrical and red. Beautiful, beautiful red in all of its glory. Love, love, love it. This was really cool. I love the texture from the eggshell. I love the feeling, the movement, the variations that are created within this piece. I think it's super successful. Love it. And I can't wait to see what you guys create over at Messy Hand Band of Artists. It's so awesome that you guys are working along with the projects with me. I do love that. And those of you that are pulling your own prompts off of Patreon, super cool. I love that you are being little rebels. I love a rebel. I love that you're being little rebels and going on your way. Not little rebels, that sounds horrible. I love that you are pushing yourself to try this project, no matter if you're doing the prompts on your own or doing the prompts with me. It is great that you are practicing and learning about color, because it rocks. And we do, of course, talk a little bit more about asymmetrical, and I even give you some examples from the board. Yes, yes, I did. It's pretty cool. Here's the board. Now, the instructions for the board are on Patreon. So if you are interested, both the prompts and the instructions are there. $10 a month. It's a great value, guys. Your support is greatly appreciated. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Remember, we do have the contest going on. New friends pool, current friends pool. If you're a new subscriber or a new Patreon, you get into that new friends pool. And if you are a current subscriber, you can like, comment, and add to playlist and get put into that pool. Okay, guys, all that instructions and info are down in the comments. Love you bunches. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the video. We'll chat soon. Bye. All right, getting ready for the next one. You see that? Oh, I just saw that. I had to move it because I'm trying to see if I can take down the Velcro a little bit on these. They're super stick. So it pulls the Velcro up from the backing of the sheet. The E6000 or the Fabri-Tac might not have been the right glue to use. We'll find out. I have to change that. All right, okay. Back to the dealio, the color red. That will fit very well with what we've just been doing. So I knew since we didn't have any reds out that we were going to get a lot of reds coming. But is that one? That one is red violet. So we've got still, oh, we did do red orange. No, we did orange. We did red orange. Anyway, asymmetrical. Ooh. Asymmetrical red, that's gonna be gorgeous. Eggshell. Eggshell. All right, so I think I made some eggs yesterday. I'm gonna go look. If not, I guess I'll make myself some eggs today. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go find asymmetrical red eggshell. Asymmetrical. So we're gonna have to force that asymmetry. We'll have to figure out how to do that. Okay, we'll be back in a second. Bye-bye. Okay, so let's review symmetry and asymmetrical. Symmetry is when things are lined up kind of through the center spot. Now it can be lined up through a diagonal or a horizontal, but it's the same on each side. It's a mirror image of each other, and that's symmetry. Asymmetrical tends to be a lot more interesting. That's yellow is super bright on there. What is going on with my lighting? Ah, there we go. So asymmetrical means that there is not the same things on each side. However, when we are using asymmetrical, we want to be sure that we are creating balance. See how this larger element is balanced by these smaller elements. There's less buttons right here. There's more buttons over here, right? And as we turn it, we are always trying to be aware when we create an asymmetrical composition that we are creating balance still within it so that there is harmony. So when you're doing your artwork, and if you put something smack dab in the center, it is not as interesting as if you offset it a bit, causing asymmetrical. So this is asymmetrical. We have two on one side, one on the other. This is asymmetrical. It is not the same on each side, even though our focal is almost drop dead center. This is asymmetrical. It is different on each side. And even though this one feels like it is symmetrical, it is actually still asymmetrical because it is not a mirror image. Okay? This is absolutely 100% asymmetrical. There no elements on each side are even remotely relating to each other. They all relate color-wise and feel-wise, but that red tile right there is up in the upper corner, so that's asymmetrical. In our artwork, you want to really think about the threes, the rule of threes. So if you put just 2 lines equally vertical, 2 lines equally horizontal, right? So you measure it out real quick and you get 4 center points. Those are generally where your focals should be at, is either that upper or the lower third area. It's the rule of thirds, and it's super helpful when you're looking at where you want your focus to be, and it is much more pleasing for the viewer's eye if it is not smack dab in the center. So that's why asymmetrical is so important to know. Cool stuff, huh? Okay, let's get down to the table and we are going to play with some eggshells and some red. And I didn't go digging through my trash. I looked to see if they were up top, but they weren't. So I cracked a couple eggs, put them to the side, and I will have them for lunch. That is what I did. I did not go digging through my trash, even though it's my trash, so not really a big issue, but it's still kind of gross. Okay, guys, let's get to the table. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to use this little piece of paper that was sitting here on my desk, because I can. Now, this is Mod Podge. I put it in a squeezy bottle. Sometimes it's easier to get to it that way. Taking my 1-inch Princeton synthetic brush. This is a great brush. I have used and abused it already. Don't leave your brushes in water, guys. Try to clean it after each use. For me, I use it day and night, so my brushes are always going to have heavier use than most people. But I could take better care of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of mean to it. I shouldn't be so mean to it. Alright, I'm just putting down some little ephemera here just to give myself some variation. Alright, let's pull out our Perle Red. Now, reds go into the pinks, and reds go into these gorgeous scarlets. Alright. So remember, guys, what we're trying to do here is also value study. So we are looking at all the different colors that we can make from one color. So even though it's really fun to add other colors to our composition, the main thing that I'm wanting to accomplish for myself with this is to really review all of the different values you can get with a color. Because as this is just a practice type of project, we're not making completed compositions. Well, we are making completed compositions, but we're really wanting to just try to focus on value studies. Right there, look at that value study. Gorgeous. Now that's pretty symmetrical since I just did that, but it's asymmetrical because it is different on each side. It's kind of a reverse mirror. That's interesting. I didn't realize I was going to do a line down the middle. So let's do this. Perfect. Wow, that's cool. Okay, need to glue some of these eggshells on. I like that background just like that. I don't want to touch that puppy. I don't even want to put eggshells on it. Okay, how am I going to do this? All right, let's just put a layer of Mod Podge over it. I know, I just covered up all that coolness. All right, I'm going to try with the smaller pieces on the outer edges. Again, I do not use food in my artwork because it rots. I'm surprised I put eggshell in here, but you know, I did. So I'm going to use it. Could be worse, I suppose. Let's also see if we make some movement in here, huh? We're going to put this heavy eggshell right up there in that third spot there. And we'll put some smaller pieces on the outer edges there. Again, trying to remove that membrane as much as possible. I don't want it to rot or to stink or any of those things. Not sure if it would, you know. They used to paint with egg. I can't remember. It was a medieval, what was it called? Where they painted with egg yolk. Egg yolk or egg white? It had to be egg yolk, I think. Anyways, there's a painting technique with egg. All right, I'm really wanting to kind of build up that center. Not center, that quadrant right there. Ooh, making some dragon scales. If you guys didn't get a chance to see my dragon eye book box over on Patreon, oh my gosh, that thing turned out so cool. I really do love that, how that project turned out. This is beautiful. I'm really happy with it, and I'm probably spending a little bit too much time here with this, but these larger pieces going to these smaller pieces going kind of central right there, that's going to be lovely. Look at that. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna dump some Mod Podge over this. Hopefully it kind of sits in there the way it's supposed to and doesn't just sit on top. Just trying to get some extra glue in there. Strengthen everything. And we're gonna put another piece right in there. Another, oh, that's the membrane. I am accentuating my point of focus, building it up, using smaller pieces, adding more detail. So smaller pieces means more detail, right? How cool is that? I think this one's going to end up being my favorite, and that surprises me. Because I wasn't really looking forward to working with eggshells, not going to lie. Need one more little guy right there to really push that movement in there. One more guy. There we go. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm sure I'm over time limit. Okay, well, that's 15 minutes, so I've got to stop. I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll come back and finish painting it. How cool is that? How cool, how cool, how cool is that? It's cool, it's cool, it's so very cool. How cool, how cool, how cool is that? It's cool. I tell you, it's cool. I have no idea what song that is. I want this piece off of there. Okay, I want to stick it right there. There we go. Okay. Now, question is, I think we want this the most intense red right there in the center, and then I want those kind of pinky coming up. Now, I just folded over this deli sheet that I had the paint on, just trying to keep it preserved. Don't know if that worked or not. We'll see. I don't want to get out more paint. Get the copper out of there. I work on multiples of these at a time, so the copper one will be tomorrow. But it's cool. I'll just tell you. Love it. Okay, I'm bringing in the brightest, most intense color right into the center. Now I'm going to want to have some contrast in there. Let me grab my smaller brush. And let me thin out this paint a little bit. You want your paint to be about that, like that. If it's too thick, it kind of just globs on there. Say that Mod Podge is not all dry. But I need to move on to the next projects, and this has to get finished. The booger. The booger. Okay, I might not have any choice here. Okay. Okay, I know I'm supposed to be talking with this. Sorry guys, that was a quiet spot there. I guess I'll put some music down. Just finishing up here. Really wanted to do a beautiful little color study, and I think I have accomplished that well. I don't want to put that bright red back in there because that's our focal color, is our most intense color, right? And then these kind of muted colors back in the background draw us into the piece. And that's the wrong color. I want that deep burgundy again, not that whatever that was going to. Creating contrast. See that? Leaving it painterly still. We don't need to cover up every little bit of detail that we put in there. I'm going to bring in a little bit more of this in here to kind of lead our eyes into this. Space. The grayer the tone, the more it will sit in the back, which we don't want the background to compete with these middle ground petals. We want to change that just a touch right there. We're just color adjusting now. I'm super happy with this. We're very close to done. Hopefully all those little pieces decide to stick in there as this dries. Otherwise I'm going to have to do some gluing. But, you know, the paint can act somewhat as an adhesive too, I'm hoping. Hoping. Okay, so let's bring in our pop. Now, the number one thing to bring in a pop would be to warm that color up just a touch. All of our yellow is dried. Highest contrast. Right, so let's try this and see. Just a touch. You don't want to overdo it. I like that white. So we can always come back in with a paint pen or something like that too. I love it. Say that again. I'm going to pull those apart maybe a little. I'm probably making it all come apart, huh? I have to put some sort of other glue over that. Bright red again. We'll fix that later. All right. That bright white right there kind of fights with it a little bit, doesn't it? I think I still really like it. Who knew eggshells would give us such a cool texture and pattern? All right, guys, that is it for that one. Hopefully you enjoyed this little color study in eggshell, red, and asymmetrical. Okay, have a great day. We'll chat soon.